release your hip flexors. A lot of people ask us how to do this, and we find that for a lot of our clients who have desk jobs or have to sit a lot for other reasons, that they will tighten up in your hip flexors. Tight hip flexors can contribute to lower back pain amongst other things. First of all, let's have a quick look at where these muscles are. The first of these two muscles is called your psoas, and it's located deep inside your abdomen and runs down to the front of your hip. You'd be surprised at how high up inside your abdomen that muscle actually extends. The second muscle is called your rectus femoris, and it's one of the muscles that forms your quadriceps at the front of your thigh. It runs from the front of your hip down to your kneecap. Let's have a look at how to stretch your psoas first. You're going to get yourself down into a lunge position, and I like to do this near a wall or a piece of furniture because you're going to want to lean on something. Once you're in your lunge, you want to drop your hip forward until it can't go any further. Now at this stage I'm not feeling the stretch, but my hip won't extend any further. To actually stretch the muscle, I'm going to reach my arm up as high as I can, and for me, I need to lean away and ever so slightly backwards. And in this position, what I can feel is a nice comfortable stretch right at the back of my abdomen in there. With any stretch you do, you want to hold it for around about 30 seconds or so. And it wants to feel comfortable. You don't want to feel like you're trying to turn yourself into a pretzel. So that's going to target the psoas muscle. If you want to target the rec fem, which is down the front of your thigh, that's a different stretch. Here, in an ideal world, you'll get your leg right up against the wall, knee to the junction between the wall and the floor. You'll get yourself into a lunge, and if you can, you'll get yourself upright and tuck your pelvis under. Now, for a lot of people, this is a very strong stretch. So I would modify it, bring your knee out, don't worry about getting your hip to your heel so that it's actually more comfortable and you can actually maintain it for the 30 seconds. The important part though is that you still want to tuck your pelvis under to get that stretch down the front of your thigh. If you need, you can use an aid to keep yourself upright, like a broom handle or a piece of furniture or something along those lines. What I want to show you next is how you can mobilise those muscles. First of all, we're going to look at how you can release your psoas muscle. And the best thing you can use to do that is a soft ball. What you're going to do is get yourself down on the floor, lying on your front. And you're going to place the soft ball under your abdomen, just to the side, not right in the middle. And you're going to relax your body down onto that soft ball. Once your body is nice and relaxed, you're going to lift your leg straight up 3 or 4 times, and you should feel the muscle releasing underneath. As you're doing this, you can move the soft ball to a range of different positions along the length of the muscle. And the muscle goes up a lot higher than you would think. You can get the soft ball right up underneath your rib cage when you're doing this, okay? And obviously, whatever you do on one side, you're going to do on the other side. The last release I'm going to show you is mobilising the rec fem. So we'll show you how to stretch it, now we're going to show you how to mobilise it. The easiest thing you can do is grab yourself a foam roller, get yourself down, face down on top of the foam roller, with the foam roller at various points on your thigh, and you're literally rolling out your thigh. If you find a sticky point, you can bring your leg up, you can hold your foot while you roll through the front of your thigh. And that's probably the easiest way to mobilise that hip flexor that runs down the front of your leg. All right, so we've shown you where your hip flexors are, and we've shown you a couple of techniques for how to stretch them and a couple of techniques for how to mobilise them. Any questions? Get in touch.